listening to lymphatic drainage and you're asking yourself, how often do I do this? How many times a week? How long should it take me? Which ones do I do? Do I do all of them every day? This video is for you. Now, keep in mind, in this video, I'm going to talk about how long it should take, how often, all of those things, but it's ultimately going to be customized to you because we're all different, we all have different needs, and we all have different things going on in our lives. So make sure that every bit of information I give you, you make it right to you, to meet your body, to meet your needs. And remember, a lot of times it's going to be determined by what we have going on, meaning how congested is our lymphatic system. If we have things like lymph nodes removed, tonsils removed, we had lymph nodes removed because of cancer, we had a mastectomy, or we have big deep scars that's preventing fluid from draining, or we sit 14 hours a day at work, we wear really tight clothing, we wear tight underwire bras, we don't move around a whole lot, whether it's because we can't because of a physical ailment or we choose not to, whatever it may be. All of those things are going to determine how often and how much you need to do. Now, lymphatic drainage really is one of those things that it will build upon itself, meaning in the beginning, you may not see crazy results, because it might take time for you to unclog the lymph and get things moving. But what I can tell you, and what I've seen happen with thousands of individuals over the years, is that the more consistent they are, the better results they get, and the longer the results last. Meaning, sometimes it's better to take just a few minutes every day compared to doing 10 minutes once a week or 20 minutes once a week. You might actually get better, longer results by spending 3 or 4 minutes a day versus 20 minutes one time a week. Now, for myself, I'm going to talk about me and what I do so you can get a good idea. I don't have tonsils, I don't have adenoids. I'm pretty positive that I've had a congested lymphatic system since I was born. Had crazy sinus infections, terrible postnasal drip, had chronic daily headaches from the age of 11 until about 23, food sensitivities, allergies, like the list of symptoms that I had that can be linked to a congested lymphatic system was a lot. So for me, I do some form of lymphatic drainage every single day. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that some days the only thing I can do is open up and pump my termini. That's it. And if that's all I get done that day, at least I did something. Now, how long does it take for you to open up your termini or to address like the lymph nodes, whether it's your tonsillar, your ears, your suboccipital, your armpit, your apical, your groin, your knee, your whatever it may be? It can be anywhere between 10 to 50 pumps or second per area, depending upon the congestion. So for somebody that has more congestion, has more symptoms, is more symptomatic, has lymph nodes removed, has visible fluid retention, you're probably going to be closer to the 50. Whereas somebody who moves their body, eats really well, is really doing this for more health and wellness, because guess what? Today's day and age, our lymphatic system is working harder just because of all the toxins that we're exposed to regularly. So that individual may be closer to the 10, 15, maybe even 20 pumps or 20 seconds per area. So when it comes to doing lymphatic drainage and supporting your lymphatic system, if you're just doing lymph node stimulation and you're taking 3 minutes a day to do it, that could be very beneficial, especially over the course of time. So the longer you do it and the more frequent you do it, I bet you're going to get better results. Now, if you're going to be doing other things like manually moving your lymphatic system, either using your hands or a dry brush or a gua sha tool, that maybe take a little longer just because we're physically having to move the fluid in our body. Now, if you're being spot specific though, like you're just focusing on your one arm because you have fluid retention in your arm or your leg, it may be a little quicker. So usually when we're looking at full body lymphatic massage or full body lymphatic drainage, it's usually going to take anywhere between 5 minutes for somebody that is very well practiced, knows exactly what direction to do, has been doing it for a long time, to 15 minutes because you're just learning. Remember, when we learn something new, it does take a little bit longer, so give yourself grace and, plan for it ultimately. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean you have to do that every single day. Maybe on some days you do rebounding and you rebound for anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. depending upon where you're at. Maybe you do vibration to 10 minutes. Maybe you increase your walking and your movement. So instead of sitting at a desk, for hours straight, you get up every hour and you move your body. You do some jumping jacks or you rebound on a trampoline. That's my secret. I get up every hour and I go bounce on my trampoline for a good 2 minutes just to get things moving. Plus, it energizes you too. So if you ever get like mid-afternoon slump, doing a little rebounding can actually energize you and get things moving again. Some other things are making sure you're hydrated, right? So drinking quality water, using quality salt like sea salt, Himalayan salt, unrefined salt is also really important in order to get things moving. So when it comes to frequency, I'm going to encourage you to do a little something every day. And before I forget, you also want to practice deep breathing, because deep breathing is one of the ways that we're really going to move the fluid in our abdomen and the fluid from our legs. Most of us are not breathing properly. We're doing these short, shallow, like shoulder, chest breaths versus diaphragmatic breathing where our tummy is actually coming out and coming back in. So it may be that, 3 times a day for 1 minute to 2 minutes, you just focus on your breath work. You open up your termini and you focus on your breath. And that is absolutely better than nothing. And guess what? That's something you can do in traffic at a red light, or while you're flying on a plane, or even while you're sitting at a desk. So there's little things that we can do every single day, but what I do know is, like I said in the beginning, the more consistent you are, the better the results you're gonna see. And again, be patient with yourself, especially while you're learning. So some of the things that I've gone and done to make it easier for you to learn the lymph nodes and the order to do them in, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my video on the order, direction, and pressure, because that's so important when we're doing lymphatic drainage. And watch that, because what I've done is I've created posters for you to show you the exact direction, show you the exact order to do it in to make it easier. And that way you're not relying solely on memory, but you're able to visually see something. And the links to purchase those posters are going to be found below. If you're somebody though that you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much going on, I need a lot more support, I need to know step by step, I need more direction, then look into my Drainage Academy. This is where I go live with my community members at least 3 times a month, where we do live Q&As, I'll do a live demonstration, you have a library of pre-recorded videos step by step on how to, when to, all of that. And the link for the Academy can be found below as well. I hope that this video gave you some information to be maybe a little less strict, a little more lenient with what you're doing. Just do something. Even if it's just 2 minutes a day, that 2 minutes is better than nothing. And the more comfortable you get, the more you understand it, the more you can do in less time. And make sure you subscribe to the videos, because I'll show you how you can stack different drainage things in order to get better results faster and longer.